Hey, good morning, good morning. A little different perspective this morning. Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. Good morning, let me know when you come on here. I don't know if you know, you can see what I'm doing. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's actually really good. It's sometimes painful. We're going to be talking about eliminating limitations, how to truly unlock your potential. And if any of you have any idea, I'm on a version of this right now. You know what this is? Any of you? Any of you? Bueller? Right now I'm rolling out my quads. Rolling. What the heck is rolling? Foam rolling. I'm going to show you. This is what I'm using right here. Foam roller. And I think I might do the whole daily dose from this position I'm going to share with you. I hope you can hear me. There's a little bit of wind, and I put in my AirPods, but they were dead. Must have used them too much. So how do you eliminate limitation? First, I'm going to ask you. Actually, let me give it a moment before see who jumps on here. You're like, what the heck is this guy doing? I see the veins. Yes, I'm feeling it right now from my sprints last night. My legs are a little bit sore, so I'm doing a little foam rolling. I'm going to get to that in a moment. This, by the way, is the Daily Dose, episode number 52 of a daily dose of encouragement, not just for you to watch me in a little bit of pain on my foam roller down here, just rolling the quads out. Don't worry, maybe I'll change this position. Actually, that's the quads. Go a little bit on the side here, right on the side. This one sometimes is uncomfortable. Ooh, definitely feel those. Let me go back here so I can talk to you. I'll get to that area in a moment. But anyway, good morning. So I want to talk to you this morning about how to eliminate your limitations. So first you need to know where you limited. And I'm not just talking physical limitations. So I wrote a whole bunch of things down. What's limiting you? Is it fear? Is it self-doubt? Is it anxiety? Is it stress? Is it your finances? Needing to know everything, right? Needing to know everything. Is it maybe even laziness? Maybe the laziness of this quarantine has kind of gotten a hold of you. Is it your age? Are you feeling older? Are you feeling, where your body is just getting older, more fatigued? You have maybe more aches and pains. Maybe you have an injury that you're working through, or maybe you've had surgery or having surgery. You're feeling weak, maybe confused, like, hey, I don't know how to deal with my body now that it's gotten older. Could it be this one? I like to chime in on this, of course, because I am a health coach on the side. Just so you know, I am the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. I'm an online coach that helps men and women, busy moms and dads, help them lose weight, but not just lose weight, to take it off, learn how to take it off and keep it off forever. And while I'm on here, if you're getting on here now and you see what the heck is he doing? I'm lying on a foam roller. Actually, I'm not really foam rolling, so let me get back to that. So I'm gonna do multitasking here this morning. Whew. And you see the red in my face. I'm working right now. This is a bit of my workout. In fact, it's what I typically start every single workout with, is some foam rolling. And there is a point to why I'm doing this daily dose from this position and showing you. So, let's talk about diet. Are you limited in your diet? You have too much carbs, too many snacks, too many treats, too much wine, confused on what to eat, how much, or how little you should be eating. Here's the other thing outside of, those things we talked about. Do you just not give a damn? If you don't give a damn, this probably post is not for you, so probably just move on. But really, what's limiting? I have limitations, truly. And I'm going to share with you a story why I'm doing this. Is when I was inspired by a classmate of mine who I just actually got done messaging a little while ago. And I had another message for you, but I'll share that one for tomorrow. But it really inspired me to share about eliminating limitations, because as I was talking, I talked to many people in their 40s and 50s, and this was a friend of mine having some injuries, some aches and pains and things like that. And one of the things that I remember as a kid, there was a lot less physical limitations, right? When we were younger, maybe you just were uncoordinated, or maybe just not strong enough for the best player, and that's fine. I wasn't either. But I would say is, I remember one of the things I was never able to do, and trust me, there's a story, so you want to pay attention to this, is I was never able to touch my toes. So that's a physical limitation when I was younger. Literally, so I was a pretty good athlete, and I did sports and soccer and track and all those types of things. But the one thing I realized, and maybe it's through growth spurt, you just say, oh, well, I'm just not flexible, yada, yada, right? So And then I realized that kind of went into high school through college. Never was able to touch my toes. I'm talking like maybe, to my knees, and that's about it. Super tight all the time. Maybe just because I was just an overactive kid and never did any kind of stretching and flexibility. My body just was growing. I was an early bloomer, so I definitely say that's part of it. So then I got into the personal training industry, and I got into fitness, and even in physical therapy, I didn't really learn about this foam roller tool. And I wouldn't spend 20 minutes on a foam roller. So I may adjust. Let me go back here. Let me go to this area here. All right, here we go. I hope you can hear me now. So one of the things, and let me talk to you. Let me just talk here for a minute, because that was plenty of time on the quad. So one of the things that I was never able to do, like I said, was touch my toes. And then I started working with, I actually started a golf fitness business when I moved here to Florida, started working with golfers. And one of the things with the golf is to really play golf well, whether you're trying to on a performance level or just on a recreational level, is you need to move your body around the golf club. You have to be unrestricted, right? The best golfers in the world have the best movement. Not only that, they're strong. And one of the things, I felt pretty strong, but then when I saw and learned and actually took a lot of training, I spent a lot of money invested in education and how to work with golfers. And I'll never forget being in this classroom with colleagues that were working with golfers, and we had somebody share with us this thing called the foam roller. And there's different types of foam rollers. Again, this is just one variation. You might have seen them. Chances are, if you exercise at all, you've used a foam roller. This one's just called a Rolga. This one's really good. I like it. Actually, it gets in some different areas. But anyway, the point is we had people stand up and touch their toes. And of course, I still couldn't. This was like in my 30s, right? And then they started doing some work with people and soft tissue work. And I want to explain to you. So I'm going to have to do a little demo. Stay here with me. Stay with me. Let me see if I can get that. So what they explain is your body has limitations. Your body gets restricted. And as we get older, this may resonate with you, our bodies get tighter. So people are like, oh, I'll just stretch, I'll just touch my toes and that. Well, I did that my whole life and I couldn't do it. Then I realized there's this thing called flexibility, like the lengthening of your muscles, kind of like this. And then there's mobility. And the easiest way to explain it, and I share this, is it's like pizza. Think about it like this, pizza dough. If you like pizza, when they make pizza, you get the dough. And you can't just pull it apart or it'll rip apart, right? You have to knead the dough. You have to massage the dough, move the dough. And essentially that's all we're doing with this foam roller, is using the dough on the legs and wherever part of your body that's rolling. And here's the easiest illustration. I'm going to share this. This is my dog pulled chew toy. And if you think of our muscles in our body, and this is related to everything. So regardless of me just demonstrating this about fitness, this can be related about life. Is that we have limitations in our life. And let's just talk about our fitness. Just think of this as a muscle. And think of this as, like, for me, I was tight. I was never able to really, you can pull it, you can try to stretch it, but there's only so much stretch you can get. And if you're doing pizza dough, try to pull that apart, it's just gonna rip apart. And if I were to pull hard enough, this would rip apart. Now look, think of the pizza dough as this. Now what if your muscles were loosened up? And I say the muscle tissue, the density of the tissue is loosened up. It's more like a band, right? It has pliability, and there's flexibility and the ability to stretch, right? Like this, versus it being all clumped up and can't pull it apart, right? Just kind of like here. Stay with me, I got lots of props today. Today's like the prop day. So I hope you're enjoying this. This has a point, eliminating limitations. Let me show you. Now, I only did a little bit of foam rolling. I didn't do any prep work. I'm gonna demonstrate, and then I wanna come back and I wanna just tie this into my message for you today. And again, I want this to be encouraging to you because I want it to unlock your full potential. I want you to eliminate limitations. I'm gonna share with you how to do that. So look, now I better be able to do this. So again, I'm 47. I did a little bit of foam rolling there. I was not able to, this was me, high school, college. This is me, high school, college. Let's go from here. I got some flexibility, right? Well, actually, let me chime in on that. So you see, fairly easy. I haven't been able to touch my toes in 30-something years. I learned how to move my body better to unlock my full potential and to eliminate limitations. Now, here's the limitations that happen. And you could talk about your diet, you could talk about your finances, you could talk about, anything, weakness, fatigue, stress, anxiety, all those things. And here's what happens is we get stuck into believing that that is our limitation, and then we just have to deal with it. I thought I was going to just be not flexible and not able to touch my toes my entire life until I had a breakthrough. And it's part of the reason, not just because of the foam roller, it's part of the reason why I actually named my Lean Body Breakthrough coaching program Breakthrough, because we have breakthroughs in our life, and you can be going through a breakthrough right now in your life. You can be unlocking your full potential by eliminating or at least reducing your limitations. And how do you do that best? Well, you can try on your own, and you can try. And I know there's lots of things in business and in my relationships, you try your best and you may succeed to some extent, but then there's also things that are limiting you. Now, just like our bodies, like I talked to you about the foam roller and what this did, it helped unlock my full potential. Why is it helpful for me? Why do you care about a foam roller and being able to touch your toes? Here's what it did for me and for my fitness and my fitness journey is it allows me to work out and get better workouts and have less aches and pains. And when I have less aches and pains, I feel better about myself. I have more confidence. I feel stronger. I'm able to do more. We got back just before coronavirus, and we went away on we had never been with our kids snowboarding or skiing. And actually, it's been over 20 years since I've been on a ski mountain and in a snowboard, probably over 20 years. And we went out there, not only to my wife and I enjoy ourselves, but we were right back in it. And guess what I was doing before? I knew the value of this, and I was doing some foam roll. In fact, I did some light workout to get my body prepared to unlock my full potential. I had no idea what that was until I got on the ski slopes and with the snowboard. And I was really, really surprised actually how well I did. And again, this isn't to brag, it's just to say that I've been putting the work in. So let me ask you, what's limiting you now? What's preventing you from unlocking your full potential? You see, regardless of what that is, be it your health, be it your business, be it your relationships, be it, just your self-doubt and fear and anxiety, I want this to be encouraging to you to know that there are ways. So how best to do it? So, first thing I would say and foremost, and I wrote this down, and I think this is probably the only thing we need to touch on, is you need to eliminate the best way right now. You need to eliminate the word I can't. Because you see, I can't is a really powerful word, and powerful words can stay with you. You say, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't touch my toes, right? I can't get healthier. I can't lose the weight. I can't get rid of the anxiety. I can't stop snacking at night. I can't prevent myself from eating ice cream. I can't stop drinking and causing myself to fill the void, with this addiction. I can't be in this bad relationship, or I can't get out of this bad relationship that's killing me and has been killing me for so long. I can't. The number one way you can do for yourself right now to eliminate or at least reduce your limitation is to first reduce the word, or actually remove the word I can't. And instead, you put in that word I'll try. And now you can try, because I can tell you I've had a lot of people that have come into my coaching program for this number one reason. Mark, I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. I've tried to lose weight. I've tried to do the quick fix. I've tried to do the cleanse. I've tried to do the keto. I've tried to do the gym membership. I've tried to do the running. I've tried for years, and I keep coming up short and I keep failing. And then I say, congratulations. And they're like, what the heck are you talking about? Congratulations, because you're still trying, because we're on a call right now, or we're face to face, or whatever it is when we're communicating, is that you're still trying. And here's the thing, you can't give up. You can't give up on just because maybe you have limitations. You see, one of the things that I'm blown away by just learning something as simple as this is that it took me a number of years, but I never stopped trying. And I learned, how did I learn how to foam roll and how I've been teaching it literally for the past probably 10 years, 2000s when I had a gym. It was an essential tool we use in every single workout in our coach. I don't understand still how people work out. Here's what happens when you, just in the workout terms. And here's what's even worse. And I hope you're still listening to me, because this is even far worse. The problem I see people like, oh, no, I work out hard. I do the boot camps and I do the, hardcore gym and I do the CrossFits and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, they're not bad tools. But I would say and this is talking physically speaking, as we're getting older, are you doing what you need to make sure your body is unlocked before you go putting all that strength and power. Because what happens is powerful, just like workouts, you can reinforce your limitations. One of the things I learned in my training and when I was doing golf fitness and TPI and all that stuff, Titleist Performance Institute, back maybe 8 or 10 years ago, is that when you strengthen a limitation, what you're doing is reinforcing a limitation. So I know there's a lot of people right now that have been stuck at home for the last 8 weeks that already had bad habits to begin with, already were lazy, already had bad eating habits, already maybe were anxious, already were stressed, already were self-doubting, already were angry, mad at themselves that they let themselves go. And on top of that, they did it magnified that over the last 8 weeks because everything was magnified, amplified, whatever you want to call it. And what that did, unfortunately, was reinforce your limitation. That actually reinforced it strengthened the limitation that you have. So it may be even harder for you coming out of it. So number one is, if you can today, if this is the day, maybe you heard this and this message you needed to hear, and maybe you need to share this with somebody who is stuck, who is struggling, who isn't encouraged. I want this to be encouraging for you because you can, right? Get rid of the word I can't. Here's really cool. Check this out. Think about this, limitations. Think about eliminating limitations. Isn't it pretty cool? Eliminating has the word limitation, eliminate. Basically the same word, but one means the complete opposite. Remove it completely. Don't limit yourself. That's what I'm here to share with you today in this daily dose, is that you have the power, you have the ability, but you got to learn what you need to do. Don't go through the same merry-go-round and still continue on the same pursuit that's leaving you empty, that's leaving you void, that's leaving you unsatisfied, that's giving you still problems. If you have extra weight to lose, if you're still anxious, hey, don't get me wrong. I don't have all the answers, nor do I ever claim to, but I can tell you, in relating to this, you can go through life having these restrictions and limitations. And let me put this back down because I'm going to do this to finish. You can go through and have this restrictions and limitations and not be able to go anywhere and be tight, right there, and not be able to. Or you can have good flexibility and be able to allow your body to move freely, your mind to move freely, maybe even your finances, maybe your relationships, all those types of things. But at the end of the day, you got to be open to saying that you can do this, and to continue to try to eliminate your limitations. So anyway, if you need help and you have no idea where to start, if you're stuck in a rut with your diet and you're overweight, and maybe you had 25 pounds coming into the coronavirus and the lockdown that you needed to remove, and now you're doubled that. Now you have 40 or 50 pounds that you're trying to lose. Well, again, maybe you reinforce the limitation. Maybe it's that much harder. The problem is, if you don't do anything different, then nothing different is going to change. You'll continue in the same spot that you were in before. Does that make sense? So I want to encourage you, if this message found you well, I hope the demonstration illustrations, here's my little home gym stuff. Let me share with you. I got some stuff in the back here, kettlebells, some ropes, bands. I honestly don't use too much of this stuff. I use a jump rope. I love body weight training. In fact, if you haven't heard yet, I have a 21-day challenge. It's a free challenge. Is it the solution? It's a starting point for maybe some of you who are stuck. There's really no skin in the game other than signing up for it. Other than that, if you need something more of a customized approach, I would suggest that you shoot me a message. We'll get on a quick call. We'll find out if my Lean Body Breakthrough coaching program is a good fit for you, and maybe it's the breakthrough that you need so that you can start to remove those limitations or eliminate those limitations and to really truly unlock your full potential. That's all I have for today. I hope you have a blessed Wednesday and an awesome rest of the week. Tomorrow morning, Daily Dose, 8 a.m. Take care and God bless. We'll see you.